Hi folks, in this video I want to give you some ideas on the first movement of Mauro Giuliani's Sonata opus 15. When Giuliani came to Vienna at the beginning of the 19th century, there still were some prolific composers who showed their abilities to compose for the guitar, such as Anton Diabelli, Leonard de Cal, or Simon Molitor, who just published his Sonata opus 7, which says in his subtitle that he wants to give an example for a better treatment of the instrument. In these days in Vienna, the best way to show one's qualities as a composer was to choose the form of the sonata, and so did Giuliani, though usually preferring the form of variations, which allowed him better to show his abilities as a performer. Because of his somehow more reserved attitude towards the form of a sonata, Giuliani here chose a little more ironic approach by composing this piece. I will give you now some hints on some really humorous details in the first movement of his sonata. If you got a score of this piece, get it now, you'll better understand what I will say. The piece begins with an accompaniment figure. With an accompaniment figure? Do you know any sonata by a famous composer such as Mozart, Haydn or Beethoven that begins with an accompaniment figure? Not at all. So what does Giuliani do here? It seems that he forgot to begin the melody. And at least after 1.5 measures, he stumbles in with a C sharp in a C major sonata. But with this strange first motive of the theme, starting with a C sharp, it seems that Giuliani is looking for the right key, at least finding it in the third measure. So folks, this is obviously a joke. This joke is underlined by the virtual harmonization Giuliani uses for the first motive. Listen to this. You have the motive C sharp, D, B, C. And then you have the second voice with it, G, F, G, E. And if you harmonize like this with the bass, listen to this. So this is totally confusing for a beginning. Okay, let's have a deeper look at the phrase that begins in measure 17. This is the start of the modulation part between the first theme and the second theme. And it is built out of 5 measures. 5 measures. Normally we use 4 or 8 measures, maybe 12 measures in the classical period to build a phrase. So why does Giuliani add 1 measure more? Yes, and this measure is really added. If you take away measure 20, you will get a perfect classical 4-measure phrase. So, what is happening here? Giuliani pretends to miss the right string. The C is on the first fret on the second string and the A flat on the third string. so that he has to use again the dominant chord to get back to the tonic and gets a 5-measure augmented phrase. Even the next phrase, beginning in measure 21, is built out of 5 measures. So, what happens here? You see, in measure 24, Giuliani pretends to have a lack of memory. He just stays on the subdominant chord much too long till he finally finds the double dominant chord to get away from it. If you leave the repetitions of the subdominant chord away, it sounds like a perfect classical 4-measure phrase. So folks, we can see that Giuliani was in a very humorous mood when he composed this sonata. But we don't have to reduce the whole thing only on his humorous, ironic aspects. It's also well constructed. I give you one hint. If you compare the first motive, which is C sharp, D, B, and C, if you compare this with the first 4 notes of the second theme, you will find the same step progression, even beginning from a different note. And this piece, when you analyze it, you will find it's full of these things, of these constructed elements. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and activate the bell. I would appreciate if you leave a comment. And of course, don't forget to share with your friends. Listen to my interpretation of this piece on the link below. And for all questions and further instructions, please contact me. See you soon on this channel. Have a nice day. Bye.